Muslim, Arab, Saudi woman, oppressed, words that you must have thought of as I walked up the stage. Oppressed, maybe I am. Maybe we all are. We live in a world that is surrounded with rules, regulations, laws, customs, traditions, protocols, etiquette, you name them. We follow them mindlessly. But can you imagine a world without them? I'm here today to try and show you that it is possible to maneuver within systems, to make a difference within boundaries. As a young girl, I respected rules. I tried and followed most of them. So I was a good student. I gave back to my community. I worked hard, I participated in events. My family were proud of me. But at one point, I did not aspire to be a rebel extremist. I seeked attention. Yes, I liked attention. But I did not feel I wanted to be a hero. It was too stressful. It was too much pressure. However, I did feel in my own way free to do whatever I wanted. So, number one, the most important is I married the man I love, and I had 4 children. Number two, I went to university. I became a biochemist, and I got a PhD. Finally, I wanted to find a job, something that was not easy, because most jobs were reserved to men. But I had planned to find a job without fighting, so I was going to compromise. I planned my way to infiltrate within the system, to be able to prove myself. I worked for 3 years unpaid. Finally, I got a job. Sorry, this is me in school. So, I became a lab technician in a medical research center. A researcher that taught me to observe, to collect data, to analyze, to assess, to come out with conclusions, to find solutions, and to build arguments. I was able to build my network. I was able, most important, is to build my credibility. 14 years later, that was not enough. Finding acceptance and recognition was not important for me anymore. I needed a purpose, so I quit my job and I became a full-time volunteer. Volunteering helped me find proximity to the people, to their needs, to their choices, to their struggle. And I leveraged my network and my experience to be able to find solutions and to try to help as many as I could. I was on a roll. Nothing could stop me now. But something did stop me. So in 2005, I was diagnosed with cancer. A tipping point, a life-changing experience, but one of the most amazing experiences for me. I was close to God, and I was stronger than ever. It gave me time to reflect and to reevaluate my life. Why was I doing what I was doing? Was it for the right reasons, or was it just for acceptance and recognition again? Was following the rules the right thing to do? I get a phone call. It's a local businessman who's offering me to join the Chamber of Commerce elections, a position never offered to women. Rules were changing. Country was reforming. This was my chance to add to momentum. So I joined the election, and I win the election. I now become an exclusive member of the men's club. I sit at the table. Now, in my time, in my 4 years at the chamber, I created my own tools to maneuver. I created 5 steps. First is learn the rules. You have to read the policies, the procedures, the rules, the regulations, the laws, and you have to understand them. And you have to know who wrote them and why did they write them. Get to know your players. Who's the team you're working with? Your board members, government officials, people you work around. Get to know them. What are their weaknesses? What are their strengths? And what are their goals? Earn the respect. Work with an integrity. Work with your values, your morals, and make sure that everyone that works with you is a winner. Add value. Add value means use your experience and your skills, not only for yourself, but to come out with solutions that have an impact. And finally, influence change. I was now ready for more. So I decided to run again for the same position. And this time I run on my own, and I get the second highest vote, and I become the vice chair of the Chambers of Commerce. I now sit at the head of the table. I am now in control. So I work on women inclusiveness. I create platforms with governments. I become the head of the Saudi employers at the International Labour Organization. I again was on a roll. But I was very conformed to the rules now, because I had too much to lose. I got a phone call. This time, they're offering me a high position in the government. The excitement and the thrill I got, my heart was pounding more than now. I could not believe that I actually achieved what I've always wanted. I had broken the glass ceiling. I shuffled my life, I was getting ready, I was preparing for a new role, new responsibility, and I get another phone call. We're really sorry and we do apologize, but you see, it's not the right time, and you are a woman. Me, a woman? Haven't they realized before that I was a woman? When did I change? And time, when is it the right time? And who decides what time is the right one? Of course, I was angry, I was upset. This was not fair. I said it all. But then, I was not going to stop there. It is never enough, and one should not feel sad. I knew that there were many more other opportunities out there. So I didn't look back, and I moved forward. Forward, at that time, more change was happening, and more reform was happening. And now women were able to join the Municipal Council election. Well, I thought, elections, third time for me, can't go wrong. So I joined the election, and I won the election. And I'm part of 20 women for the first time ever to win the municipal election in Saudi Arabia. I walk into the meeting room, and I sat at the table, something I had done 100 times. To my astonishment, 27 men vote to have me segregated in another room. I was not going to fight, and I was not going to react foolishly. So I gave myself time to reflect and time to reevaluate again. Was I going to be able to use my technique and my experience segregated? Was I going to really add value segregated? How will I use my communication skills segregated? Should I waste 4 years answering to irrelevant arguments instead of investing my energy into something where I could have an impact, where I could make a difference? I finally decided that I was going to resign, and I did resign. I continue my journey. Sorry, this is my room segregated, just in case you wanted to see. So I continue my journey today looking for opportunities, but mostly helping others find their way, move forward. Give others the courage to maneuver within rules and within limitation. But most importantly is that we don't have to be heroes to change the world. The next time you see a woman dressed in a abaya, promise me to go and think beyond your bias, beyond the media misinterpretations, and beyond what you think you know, beyond this cloth. Thank you.